Hey everybody, it's Gash Display Gaming, and today we're going to do an honest review of Far Cry 5. So I know this game has been hot in the press right now, like liberal, conservative, politics, all that BS, but we're not politicians, we're gamers. So we're going to look at it at a gaming standpoint. How good is the game? How good is the story? This is going to be a completely spoiler-free review. I have finished the story mode. I'm not 100% obviously in the game, but I have finished the story mode. So keep that in mind. But like I said, completely free of spoilers, so no worry there. So the basic premise of the game is, just like all the other Far Cry games, is that there's some lunatic or some leader who is trying to kill you or ruin your day, basically, right? So in Far Cry 5, you have Joseph Seed, who is the main cult leader, and then you have to take out, here, let's just look at the, I don't know why I'm trying to get on this ladder. Let's just look at the map, right? So you have to take out his brothers and sisters. Excuse me. So we have John Seed, which that's the first one I did, basically. You have Jacob Seed, that's the second one I did, and then you have Faith. So John he's I don't know, he's kind of I would say the enforcer of Joseph Seed, right? Like he finds the people and like, I don't know, he's kind of like aggressive, kind of crazy. Well, they're all crazy, but more of like an aggressive, crazy kind of guy. Jacob is the trainer for the soldiers. He basically uses mind tactics and stuff to train the soldiers of the cult to do Joseph's bidding, basically. Faith is, I would kind of relate her to like a siren in mythology, where super pretty girl or whatever that tempts people. In this, holding with other previous Far Cry games, is they uses a hallucinogenic drug, basically called the Bliss, that makes you hallucinate and basically tempts you to do whatever. So the way it works is you have to liberate outposts in each region, and that yellow bar that you see, every time you liberate an outpost, or you save a civilian, or you destroy a drug truck, or anything random event, you get resistance points. And then so, like, for instance, for the Hinbane River here for Faith's region, I had to accumulate 13,000 resistance points to be able to face her. Similar with here with John, 13,000, and Jacob was only 10,000. So the story starts off, you go to arrest this is not really a spoiler, this is just the beginning. So you go to arrest Joseph at his compound here. Where is it? Somewhere around here, I think. But anyways, you go to arrest Joseph at the compound. Yeah, right here, Joseph's compound. You go to arrest Joseph at the compound, and things go bad, right? And you have to escape, and you get in some guy's bunker on this island. And so from here, you basically get to pick, maybe it's this island, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's this island. But anyways, you get to pick, from this point, you're really in the middle of the map with these two micro regions. You get to pick whatever one you go to first. And the storyline is not linear. Whatever missions you want to do first, you do. So like I said, I went to John's, then Jacob's, and then finally Faith's. The boss battles are actually pretty challenging, and for some reason, I don't know if any of you guys went in a different order who've played the game. Let me know maybe in the comments. But it seemed to progressively get harder. Like, John was probably the easiest, and then Jacob started to get harder, and then Faith was, for me anyways, was the hardest. I'd be interested to see if anybody who went like maybe reverse of me, Faith, Jacob, John, to see if it's any different. The final boss fight, it's challenging. It's definitely not the challenging that I've done in recent memory, but it's also got an interesting concept, so I'll let you figure that out. Another thing that this game introduces is friendlies. Herc makes a reappearance from the other, from the other Far Cry games, but you get little specialists, right? So I haven't gotten. That's what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna go get Adelaide Drubman. We're gonna go save her, do whatever we have to do with her, and you get to hire them and play with them. So let's go ahead and hire her. and we'll hire Sharky just so for some humor. And you also get guns for hire. These could be random civilians that you find. If you play online, you can have online buddies, and it could be people that you liberate or whatever, and you can just have them on your roster. So let's remove them, and maybe we can find some more and see what that works out. Okay, so let's go ahead and fast travel to somewhere. Let's just go to Falls End right over here. So a lot of people have been talking about how the ending is really bad. It's one of the worst endings in a video game. Well, to me, like I said, after playing through the story, I found the ending, let's say you don't get any, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't get any, you can't cope with what happened. You don't get any like reassurance. You can't, there's no satisfaction. Let's say that. It leaves you wanting more, but not from the story. The ending is it's awesome. It's totally throws you for a loop, something you're not expecting. Great ending, but it does leave you wanting more, like another mission, but not because it's lacking. It's hard to explain. You'll have to just play it. So I've just airdropped hidden in here. That's another feature. Talking about perk points, let's look at that right quick. So after doing challenges or finding perk points throughout the game, you get to level up your player. And one of the perks, probably can't find it, but one of the perks you get is once you, here it is. So whenever you fast travel to a location, you can airdrop, which is what I just did then, and that gives you an edge. It's like you can come in from above on an outpost or whatever. I just like doing it because it's fun. Let's go ahead and do this. Probably can't get anything else. So yeah, like in all other Far Cry games, money is really important. It helps you buy weapons, stuff like that, outfits, cars, helicopters, planes, boats. So here we're just at Falls End. Completely liberated town. Let's see if we can hire this guy. Nope, can't hire that guy. But here's Sharky. He's cool, and of course you guys know Hurt.
Daddy will be happy the Spread Eagle's open for business. He practically lives there. Balls and rocks.
You can usually loot. I've already gotten this one. Loot all like cash registers and stuff, even if they're your buddies, which is kind of messed up. So let's just hop in a random. Let's get the Widowmaker. So this is basically the menu of every shop, right? So depending on what kind of shop you go to, this middle part right here is what changes. So every shop has an items, a sell loot, a silver bars, and an ammo category that you can either refill your ammo, buy items like medkits and stuff and special ammunition, and sell whatever loot, which could be skins, stuff like that. And the silver bars is the microtransactions that you can buy with real money. But like, so you could go to a gun shop and this category would be weapons, or you could go to actually at the gun stores this is split into two. It's guns and then appearances or like clothing. Boat would be boats, etc., right? So let's just find something that we can all fit in, right? This looks pretty awesome. I don't want to spend the money for it though. Can we all fit in that? No. Screw it. We're gonna get the Widowmaker. Actually, let's get one of the trucks. I have a truck unlocked. That's pretty sweet. There it is.
Nobody ever believes me.
Let's look at, before we do that, let's go look at the gun. So at max, once you, at first you start with only being able to hold one primary and your secondary, but once you get enough perk points, you get to have up to 3 weapons with the secondary. So I have the light machine gun, the sniper, and we got a submachine gun. This is the Vector, and then I also have this double barrel shotgun that you get from defeating one of the bosses. Let's just jump right in.
Can't think.
So yeah, like I said, weapons and clothes. You can refill your ammunition if you're low. Go ahead and do that.
You're not for getting rid of those.
So you have, I have the optimism shovel. You have all different kinds of special weapon skins, all different kinds of melee weapons, and most, let's just look at something I already have, which is a shovel. Most of them have random skins, right? Won't click on it. We'll go ahead and add this. Yeah, so yeah, just crazy random skins, right? Here are the pistols or the sidearms, grenade launcher. Usually at the bottom of each category are the special skins, while some of them, like this, obviously doesn't have skins because it's a special weapon already. But if I were to get, let's say, this gun right here, put in my secondary, it has skins, attachments, all that stuff, right? We'll go back to using what we were, not that one. So I have on mine, I don't have any skins for that special weapon, obviously. For my light machine gun, I have that skin. For my sniper rifle, it's 50 cal, I have this skin here. And then, what is the other gun? Oh, the Vector. For the Vector, I have that. It's pretty awesome. I like it. Also, sniper rifles, see, this one doesn't even come with, I have that scope attachment on there, but stock, it does not come, like if you see the picture there, it does not come with a scope. And usually I added silencers. I guess that speaks for itself. But yeah, see, so at the bottom you have all these special skins and stuff. Clothes, you have loads of opportunities. Your face and like actual physical features stay the same, but at the end you can change your hair. So if you want to go all out and get the mullet, if you weren't feeling ambitious enough at the start, you can totally get that at the end. But yeah, you can change upper body, individual stuff. You can change whole outfits. There's obviously the Ubisoft Club makes a comeback, right? So for getting the game, you get the Doomsday Prepper, I think. I played FarCry Primal, so there's that. You get the Hope County Baseball, and then Rainbow Six Siege if you played it. So yeah, all that stuff. You also get special, like, let's see, lower body. This stuff, Larry Parker's pants, you get that from doing a specific mission, right? So, and like I said, you can mix and match, do whatever. But yeah, pretty cool. I like it.
Cultists.
So let's go ahead and jump in our truck.
What up, home dog?
See if we can't find Adelaide, whatever her name was. I don't really remember where exactly. Usually, oh, Drummond Marina. So we'll come here. We're not going to fast travel. We're going to actually travel. Main ways to get money are you can you get a lot of money. I think it's 3,000 each for all the bosses you defeat. You get money from loot. You get money from doing specific challenges. But the best way I found was going to the prepper stashes or hunting and selling the skins of the animals.
Yeah, I think about that all the time, man. That's why I keep telling people just to call me
Like I said,
Junior.
money's really important. But at prepper stashes, you can get as much as like $1,500 just in one stash. Now, if you like the hunting, which I found it to be a little bit dragged out, but if that's some of the stuff you're into, by all means, that is one of the best ways. Fishing, you can also fish. Maybe we'll look at some fishing here in a sec. Now, story-wise, I have to say, and I'm being honest, one of the best stories. I was a little bit cautious about buying this game because of it being in America and taking such a. Now, I thought, to be honest, when it was coming out, I thought it was going to take a very political stance. But after playing the game, I'm actually glad that I came and bought it because while it does, there are some like political statements in it. It doesn't ever really take a solidified stance. Like one guy says one thing that is on one meter or one. Oh, look, we got an armored convoy here. Let's go ahead and jump out. Beat these guys.
Bring it! Oh, they're gonna
But it never, like I said, there's always different perks got the guided missions. Only from the main vehicles. But you'll have statements that are on both sides of the political spectrum, which is awesome. You gotta go chase that guy down, get back in the truck. It never solidifies the stance that it wants to take. No, that's not what I want to do.
Hell yeah,
Hurry up,
crank
Bert.
the tunes. Not that Peggy shit, though.
Get in the car. You're about to get left. Maybe sometime today.
No doubt. You just lead the way, boss.
Alright, let's get it.
This'll be fun, man. We can have a sing-along, play I Spy.
I don't want to compare this. I
wonder if
can't
we
really
could've
compare
used
this
our
to
words
some of the
avoid fighting.
like
Hell no.
solidified greats in the FarCry series, like FarCry 3. I will say, after playing FarCry 4, I might have to give this one the edge on FarCry 4. Hate me if you want, but this is actually really good. I am curious to see where they take the series from here, if they stay in America or if they go somewhere else. But it's pretty good. Now, like I said, if you're
Guess
worried
I dropped out of
about
school
the
before they teach you how to deal with shit like
politicalness
that.
of the series, I would shed those worries, because now if you think about this logically, right? So the current administration has been in office since 2016, right? So this game came out early 2018. It has been in development for at least 2 years. So while there may be a little bit of humor and jabs at both sides, the current administration has not been in office long enough for the story to be completely driven about who's in office, right? Say what you want. I don't have any opinions on that, especially for this channel, because like I said, we're not politicians, we're gamers. We do this for fun, not to campaign or to be conservative or liberal or Republican or Democrat, right? It's not about that. We play games to get away from the stresses of what's going on in the outside world, especially politics, and especially as divided as we see now, right? You want to do that to distract yourself from problems. So here we have one of the random events that pops.
Nice.
And you just destroy the trucks. And if there was still a boss, I would get resistance points, or in this case, I had a mission going where I need to destroy the drug boats.
Who ordered an ass kicking with a side of curly fries?
Before I liberated all these areas, their checkpoints are, let's see, I think we can hire that guy. These random checkpoints would be, cult outposts. So yeah, so we hired this guy, and so now he's a hired gun. That guy just completely... Do not kill innocent civilians. Okay. I don't know if he follows us, but he's a hired gun now. So
Well, I'm just saying, I'm
the
glad
auto
I carry
drive
extra pair of
is
underwear in my pocket.
handy if you want to just.
Semi-clean, thank you
So I have it
very
turned
much.
on right now. It'll travel to the waypoint. It doesn't go full speed, so if you want to go full speed, you still have to hold down the trigger. It's handy if you want to be able to shoot out the window, stuff like that. But around turns, especially sharp ones, it's kind of spotty. It just breaks. So whatever. But if you're okay with that, like I said, if you're fighting a convoy and you have to lean out the window or whatever, then yeah. As for realism or seriousness, now I would say personally that Far Cry games are not known because they're serious or realistic. And I will say that this game takes that to a whole new level. Like, this game is completely chaotic and crazy and random. See, like, there's just a random explosion. But I think that's part of what makes it awesome, right? Like, you could be in any mission and talking to a guy, and suddenly a bear come out of the woods and attack you. It's pretty great. I do like that. I like it for its chaotic nature. See, I don't know if you just heard that, but my truck had to brake randomly. See if we can blow up this gas station. Oh, right.
Code brown! Code brown!
You can get the fighter jet. We might do that later after we get this last. So, right there, that diamond, that is a prepper stash. Instead of doing whatever we were going to go do.
Cults set up in the Howling Cave. They're trapping wolves and getting them prepped to be judges. They gotta be well equipped for that. I say we go take what they got.
Okay.
Thanks to you, Faith.
So let's open the map. Let's find that animal control. Nice. Maybe we'll do
Show
both.
here no more.
Okay, so we're going to do a prepper stash. Like I said, this is a good way to get money, and it's also a really good way to get perk points. I'll show you later when we get closer to it. They're all, and it's not it's not like you just walk up on it and get free money and perk points. It's actually a challenge and a bit of a puzzle to get each one. So strolling up here. I don't know how Sharky got up there. So you read this, right? There's always a squad of cultists taking wolves from Howling Cave. They got a lot of good gear in there. I think someone ought to get the jump on them and steal it. That's going to be it. We're going to track it.
I got to get over there.
So yeah, even though I've liberated all the areas, there's still cults.
Boom! Headshot.
Now, I know you're saying, oh, you know what? That's just a normal wolf. Let's save it. Now, if he attacks us, we're going to have to go A1 thick and hardy on him. Yep. So let's go ahead and loot him, and I'll show you guys selling the skins later. To loot the bodies. Stuff like that. Okay, so let's just go right on in here. It's another wolf. So the cult actually uses wolves that are infected with the bliss, and those are called judges, and they will, they do not act like normal animals, and they will totally just forget about whatever they were doing at the moment and attack you at all costs. So I know it seems bad that I'm attacking these random wolves, but just know that. Okay, so this is not the stash, which means we gotta go up.
Hey, Buckaroo.
Grappling makes you come back. I think it's only one skill point to get it, but you do not start out with the grapple hook. Let's see. I think that's just water. If you jump too high into water, you can die. There's realism in that aspect. I think we got it over there.
Oh shit, that bitch!
Let's just go shovel hunting. One of my favorite things to do. So chaotic.
Perk's on the move.
You can one hit basically everything with a shovel. See if this guy puts his head up. Oh god. Oh, we got him anyways. I think this might be the stash. Yep. Nope. Not yet. This isn't it. Where do we go from here? Ah, okay. Some of these are actually really challenging and hard to get to. Yeah, this one was pretty easy. Let's go over here, get whatever this is. So here. These magazines act as perk points.
Oh fuck!
Look, all the money you get from this.
I'm getting pounded here!
Look at all these.
Oh my god, I'm not surprised! They got me in my money making!
Before I came here, I had one perk point. Got a crap ton of money from all that. Let's see if there's anything else, and we'll see how many perk points. I'll show you how the perk points work. So yeah, that's it. I don't know how you... guess you can helicopter out of here. But... so now, as you can see, I have 5 perk points. Maybe I had 2. But they just instantly translate into perk points, so that's awesome. I'll just get something random here. Did that for a while, so whatever. Let's try to helicopter our way out of here. And if we epically fail, we're gonna die. So let's do it. Okay. Oh. Landed. Oh no. We got it. Okay. So, we get out of this. Parachute our way over here. That hurt. Collateral damage. Now that they're down, if that bar runs out, they will spawn back into the menus or whatever, and you won't be able to get them back for, I think it starts out at 15 minutes, and then if you get the perk that lets them come back after a shorter amount of time, I think it goes down to as much as 12, maybe 10 minutes. But still, you can be without buddies if you let them die, so it is in your best interest to revive them. So let's see if we can't get another buddy. The FarCry arcade, that reminds me, that where I just set the waypoint. I thought I set the waypoint. Okay, we need to go right. The FarCry arcade, it's similar to like what I was saying in Ewok Hunt, but in a better way. Like what I said to Ewok Hunt in the Star Wars video, if you haven't seen that, go ahead, give it a look. The Ewok Hunt is something that nobody was really asking for, but it was badass. The arcade is similar to that, but the badassery takes on a whole new level. There are community created levels. You can create a level, create a map. It's pretty awesome. So let's go check out this right here. I've never been to Montana, but I will say for the Americas, and especially the North and the more rural areas of America, being from America, that is, I think they did a pretty spot-on job. It looks amazing, feels amazing. Don't know exactly where our truck went, so we're walking. You can craft, it's similar to other FarCry games, but the fasteners, the nitro, and the blasting caps are things that you just find and loot. You can also buy like remote explosives and stuff like that straight up, so you don't have to just buy fasteners and craft them that way. Do I have all my shovels? Nope, we lost the shovel. Let's see if we can't get this Adelaide drum there. I think, is that her down there? Yep. Okay, so
Come
get
here,
her.
hotshot. I need your help.
All right.
Adelaide Drummond, pleased to make your acquaintance. Yes, I'm Herc's mom, and no, I do not want to know what he's been up to. It's called plausible deniability. Appreciate all your help getting my marina back, but honey, I got a problem. Those Peggy shipbirds stole my— Fuck, man! Oh, hell! Oh,
sorry.
MG's all mine, sweetheart!
Shit, son! Move it now! Cover my ass! We got the target!
Okay, where are you? So if you do something like that, she's in conflict, so we'll just wait. If you do something like that, it interrupts them, which I think this is pretty awesome.
That was fun.
Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
God damn, do you have good timing?
They'll do something
know
like
how to
this.
fly a chopper? So, anyways,
Or where was I?
Peggy
Right? It's
shipbird
pretty cool.
stole my
So,
tulip. She's the nimblest goddamn helicopter this side of Montana, and I'll be goddamned if those fuck trumpets are gonna
still
take her
doing
from me.
yoga over here.
I won that bird in my divorce fair and square. Walking erectile dysfunction who took her, painted her that awful shade of Peggy mayonnaise. So the only way you'll be able to find her is to ID the pilot. Should be easy to spot him. The only other birds around the area are flown by women. We all used to fly together on weekends, but that friendship went tits up after those thunder cunts joined Eden's Gate. So I got no problem if you accidentally shoot them in their disloyal faces.
Deal.
How about it, honey? You help me, and Tulip and I'll show up wherever and whenever you need us.
Alright, so we're gonna track that.
When I was a
The
kid, I used to think
dialogue
living on a boat
in these characters, man, is just hilarious.
No, Sharky.
Okay, so the closest one is definitely that one. Bit of a trek, but that's okay. But like I was saying, the dialogue in the characters, especially the main, like, specialists and stuff, is just hilarious. Herc especially, man, that guy, some of the funniest, let's just go talk to him real quick. Some of the funniest dialogue, let's just see what he says.
So are you real sure Faith is at me money?
Okay.
So are you real sure Faith is dead, man? Like 110%? Cause I gotta tell you, man, that makes me sort of sad. I kinda had the hearts for her and sort of felt a connection, man. You know, I was thinking if she is actually dead, I was wondering if there might be any way we could revive her, maybe. Like through the miracle of science, like bring back maybe like a less evil, sort of hornier version of her.
Like I said, man, the dialogue is just, especially with that guy, is just random and crazy. But it's part of what makes this game awesome.
Nice shot.
Thank you. Let's see if we can't finish this car. Wait, please wait. Wait. Yeah. All right, we're accommodating this vehicle. Sorry. Thank you. Wait, car, buddies. And the stupid radio.
Nothing like a joyride.
Get.
I
in the
got
car.
you.
Please.
Ah, that's the sweetest damn thing.
What?
That's sweetest damn
Okay.
thing.
They're
Thanks,
spazzing
Buzz.
out. Screw you, Herc.
Watch me, I'm moving.
We're searching for something. Maybe shoot that.
If there's a woman at the stick, ice her and go find my tulip.
There's one right there.
Peggy's in the house.
The armored guys.
Hey, honey, remember you're looking for my tulip, and there's a fuck nugget of a man behind the stick. Keep
Oh,
it,
you know what? I
sweetheart.
should have dadgum kept that helicopter. Okay, let's go back to our. Let's go back to our car. Here's her.
Faux show.
Okay, you lead.
See where we're going. It's not that too terribly far. Let's go. We can even get there in a car. Looks like a... Okay. I think we'll be able to wingsuit down to the next one. You guys got unlimited stamina, so don't have to worry about going down or anything. Stupid moose. The shovel is probably my favorite way to play. Come on. Caught it. Did I just not get spotted? I don't think so. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't... What? We totally could have taken this out. Hurt the beast. I'm coming near you.
Sure, why don't you drive then?
Honestly,
Hell yeah,
surprised we
crank
haven't
the
been
tube.
attacked.
Not that Peggy shit, though. Okie dokie.
There we go. We got everybody.
All right, man, I'm in and clench it onto the seat. Let's do this.
If we get through this, Herky, we got that goddamn vacation to take.
Hell yeah. Marky, rides again. Where do you want to go? Sure.
Excuse me, sir. Gun shops are usually traveling with that guy like that back there. He's a gun
I
shop.
want to rack up a whole bunch of vehicular homicides.
I'm quite sure, but he said something about vehicular homicide. Not gonna make it. Oh. Whoa. Almost phased into the map there. Okay, we're not blowing up the helicopter this time. Will I be able to? Nope. Got a sniper.
I can't stay put here, amigo.
Oh boy. Got him. Alright. Don't really know how that guy just caught on fire. But whatever. See if we can't wingsuit all the way there. Wingsuit. Yeah. Alright. I would say on average just your player is decently mobile. Sprint speed's not all that fast, but what can you say, right? Hopefully we get across this river or lake or whatever it is. See if we can make it to that street over there. Oh, we're gonna make it across the river. I can get a boat. What do we... Boats? Oh, seaplane. Let's just get a seaplane. Screw all that boat stuff. The airplane is definitely the best. The bombs, rockets. That was an old outpost that I remember. You have to excuse my sniffles and voice. As always. I should just rename the channel to Alan Became. Jumped out a little bit too early, but that's okay. Just weed tweeted. What the? I don't know where my buddies are. They're probably way back here still. Here comes Herc.
When you find that bastard, wait till he lands, my baby tulip. Then rip that son of a bitch's pecker off and bring my sweet tulip home. Don't hurt my darling chopper.
Where's he gonna land? Over there? Alright. Probably shouldn't have done that. He's gonna jump right back in the helicopter.
Go for a stroll, cover me. Fucking Peggy. Look down there!
Might have just landed again. Yep. No more mistakes.
I heard your father or something. He's on fire from a blowjob.
Holy sh! Thank you, Herc. Some of the cults, like that guy back there, are elite members or whatever, kings or whatever, so they suck up bullets pretty good. Alright, screw you guys. So this, does it have rockets? No, but it has a bar for rockets, so that's
Honey,
pretty good.
the minute you finish everything, bring my tulip back here. And if you see something you don't like on the ride back, feel free to fire up Tulip's mounted guns. Them beauties pack more punch than a bull in heat.
Down there! There's our target!
There's another purple stash that way. Quite sure what that was. Flying in helicopters, it's pretty decent. Overall, I would say that mobility, especially in aerial aircraft, is key to this game. The storyline is awesome. The dialogue with characters is awesome. Weapons are awesome. Overall environment of the game is awesome. It's just a chaotic, violent, explosive heavy, like action-packed environment. I found it was awesome, and it's basically everything you want in a video game, especially free roam, FarCry, something like that. It's not as chaotic in the sense of like GTA, like you're not rewarded per se with killing random people. In fact, you saw earlier that it said, do not kill innocent civilians. You're not punished in any way. Well, I don't know, maybe if you kill like 100, maybe you are, like in rapid succession. I haven't really ever done that. But it is chaotic. I do like it. reminds me, what it really reminds me of is Just Cause 3. I don't know if you've ever played that, but great game. Can't jump out of the helicopter this time, so we're gonna have to land it. The map is huge. In comparison-wise, how it holds up to something like Far Cry 4 or Far Cry Primal. We're not really gonna talk about Far Cry Primal because I think that was a little bump in the road that is Far Cry games. It looks like there's some people down there. But it seems like it's a lot bigger than Far Cry 4. Run out of ammo in the
I'm a bust to move except for
in the
Dan Bennett's
gun,
escaping.
but you do run out of ammo in missiles and bombs in other aircraft that you can pay $1,000 for on the spot to replenish. It's hard to perfectly aim it. I'll let her take care of those guys.
I'm gonna move from point B to point A. I'm probably not that order.
The light machine gun is just an absolute beast in this game. Second to none. The auto aim is really helpful, especially when you first start playing this game, so I do recommend using it.
Tossing a grenade!
Load got broke.
Well, slap my tits and call me Shirley. You made
Shirley.
it just in time for all the fun.
slap
And you
the tits
brought
and call her
Tulip
Shirley,
back in
shall we?
one piece.
Shirley!
Didn't know you had a death wish, sweetheart. Didn't
Told
think
you to.
those
Okay.
assholes would come back so soon. Anyways, now, I always keep my word. So, if you need a pilot who can shoot the dick off a gopher from 50 feet in the air, I'm your gal. You call me, anytime. Except around sunset. Xander likes to do yoga around then, and I like to watch. You ain't lived until you seen that ass and downward-facing dog.
That's gross.
Anyways, thanks again, hun. I owe ya. Sup, sup,
Boom.
nothing.
There we have all the specialists. So that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching my honest, hopefully an in-depth review of Far Cry 5, one of the most talked about games out right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and as always, remember to like and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching.